all the senators that recess should be taken seriously, and when we go for recess, when the time comes, now that it has been postponed, Mr. Speaker, I urge all the senators to go and talk to all the electorates, including the housemates.
What is your point of order?
I have seen what recess does. People come back rejuvenated, but I have also seen that sometimes it is better we stay in chambers and have the debates that we need to have, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, coming from a background that believes that all jobs are dignified and must be respected, Mr. Speaker, as a specially elected senator, I want to say that even as I take my recess, Mr. Speaker, in the proposed dates that we have, Mr. Speaker, we go back to talk to the housemaids that Senator Kajwang was referring to, Mr. Speaker. Those are dignified jobs, and those are voters, and they should be respected, Mr. Speaker. So as a house, sometimes, and this is why I think this proposal that is being brought by the majority leader is important, because I think Senator Kajwang needs to go back home and appreciate the people that voted him in. Some of those people are housemaids that Senator Kajwang, and I'm sure he has a housemaid in the house, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, as I support this proposal, Mr. Speaker, I want to remind all the senators that recess should be taken seriously. And when we go for recess, when the time comes, now that it has been postponed, Mr. Speaker, I urge all the senators to go and talk to all the electorates, including the housemates.
What is your point of order? Senator Gloria, allow Senator Kajwang to raise his point of order. Proceed,
Mr.
Senator
Speaker,
Kajwang.
it is out of order to impute improper motives on the part of colleagues. We had a debate here, a conversation on statements, a matter that has been prosecuted on discussion of the calendar of the Senate. Senator Gloria Orwoba is imputing that Senator Kajwang has got a low opinion of housemates. I never said that. I never, and it's not about sounding. Mr. Speaker, can you direct Senator Orwoba to stop clout chasing and focus on the matters at hand, and to withdraw the kind of motive that she's trying to impute on my part? Mr. Speaker, it is house girls that feed my children, that feed me, that clean my house. I hold them in the highest esteem. The only question here is that we are not producing jobs for the future. That's my problem.
Senator
So, Mr. Speaker, please guide Senator Gloria to focus on the things that are before us, or else she logs out.
Very well, Senator Gloria, kindly resume, and as you submit or
Mr. Speaker,
contribute to this motion, refrain.
Mr. Speaker, I am contributing to the motion.
Proceed.
The motion is about the calendar of Senate.
Senator Gloria,
yes.
Allow the chair to conclude the directions he was giving.
Okay.
Continue submitting to the motion, but refrain from making reference aligned to the extent that is not within the motion on the adjournment of the House.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I stand guided, and I am encouraging. Mr. Speaker, the motion is about the calendar, and in that calendar we have recess. And you know, we have seen even most of the times people think recess you go to sleep. But recess is actually about going back to your constituency of people who elected you, so that you can touch base with them, Mr. Speaker. Amongst those people are plumbers, mamambogas, and housemaids, and house girls, Mr. Speaker. So for me, I am just encouraging all the senators in the House that when they go back to recess, they should not forget the house girls, because those house girls, those are dignified jobs. And Mr. Speaker, as I was contributing to that motion, I also wanted to really place the importance of all jobs, senators, National Assembly members of Parliament, all jobs, even your job in the Speaker's panel, Mr. Speaker. And this is being addressed in the calendar that we have there, because recess, the purpose of recess is so that we can touch base with the people who sent us here to represent them, Mr. Speaker. And I can tell you, as a specially elected senator to represent women, Mr. Speaker, we fall under the cadre, most of us, of house girls. So I am speaking to those specially elected constituency of people. We respect them, and Mr. Speaker, even if we have to export 1 million house girls, Mr. Speaker, to Dubai, to wherever, some of these house girls, I have lived in Denmark. We pay some of these house girls more than we pay the senators in this house. So, Mr. Speaker, we should remember that every argument we bring to this
Senator
house,
Gloria,
Mr. Speaker.
Senator Gloria.
And I want to conclude by saying I support the motion.
Senator Sifuna.